So humiliating for him to go back there in handcuffs.
Honey, there are some men in this life that go to prison for the right reasons. I don't think he'll ever regret what he did for us.
Oh, no, Mama, he'd do it all over again. It's just as if this arrest goes on his record. He may not get reinstated.
I'm not going to believe that'll happen. Cruz is the finest police officer in Santa Barbara, and I know Mason will help him.
I hope so.
Now, I want you to go to the station. If you don't, you're going to make yourself crazy. Eden, go there and be with him. Your dad's here for me. Go.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Eden, give him our love.
You don't mind if I sit down and enjoy this for a minute, do you?
What you enjoy is your business.
Yeah, it's just that I waited for this day so long. I've been waiting for months for you to show that you've been protecting Kelly. But I couldn't get any hard evidence. And here you hand it to me like a gift. I guess it's the result of clean living.
Why don't we get down to booking and get this over with?
I want to ask you some questions.
You think I'm going to say anything to you without a lawyer present? You're a bigger fool than you look.
No. It's not like you to drop your guard so completely. I mean, there you committed an illegal act right in front of an officer of the court. Why?
I don't believe that's been proven.
It's not like you to be so obvious. How could this happen? I know why. Eden, she finally just dragged you down to the bottom, didn't she?
All right. You leave Eden out of this.
She must be incredible in this sack, that's all I have to say.
Keith.
You must have fried and scrambled your brain for it. You don't know right from wrong anymore, do you? Do you? Or if you do, you don't care. I mean, you do all you can for C.C. Capwell, but the man practically invented corruption.
Oh, don't be modest. You know all there is to know about corruption. You made the district attorney's office famous for it, which was why I ran your sorry butt out of here once, and why I'm going to do it again.
Thank you for reminding me why I'm enjoying this so much. I'm returning a favor.
Well, live it up while you can, because these charges ain't going to stick, and you know it.
Well, they're going to stick to you like hot wax, my friend. You're going to have a big, ugly black spot right in the middle of your unvarnished career.
You're out of your mind if you think I'm going to do one day at a time on this.
Well, as much as I would dearly enjoy watching you spend the rest of your life in jail, that's not my primary objective. No, I got one thing on my mind.
What might that be?
I want to do to your career what you try to do to mine. I'm going to make sure that you're never a cop again. Never.
I was told I had to get some kind of clearance from you before I could see my client.
Mason, Eden, you remember your beloved stepmother, don't you?
I want to see Cruz now, Timmons.
Oh, are you trying to dig up bail, are you?
Cruz has a right to an attorney, Keith. You can't prevent Mason from seeing him.
Listen, I'm just trying to save your brother some trouble here. I don't want him to go all the effort to get some bail when it's going to be denied.
You bought somebody off already, Keith? You work fast.
Come on, get serious. I didn't have to pay anybody off. Judges frown upon dirty cops. It's a long-standing tradition.
Who are you calling a dirty
A
cop?
former dirty cop, excuse me. They're going to treat him just like a police officer. Police officer who did something he shouldn't do, and they're going to treat him accordingly, darling.
Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
What you'll most likely see, Eden, is your darling Cruz behind bars. I don't think he'll adjust well to prison, do you?
2 in 1 week. What am I going to do about myself?
Oh, now, what is that? Any way to treat someone who's like your mother? How sharp are sharper than a serpent's tooth. I mean, no gratitude, no respect. Those people.
Shut up, Keith.
Have I told you lately how beautiful you are?
It seems so unreal.
Any word from Kelly or Jeffrey?
Well, no news is good news. But Mason's going to see about your bail. It shouldn't be too long.
I thought you were going to hold down the fort with your folks.
Well, my mom practically ordered me to come. She wanted me to thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah, well, I wish it amounted to more, I'll tell you.
Oh, you've sacrificed so much already, Cruz.
There was no sacrifice involved, you know. I wanted to do it.
I love you.
I love you, too.
I hope all this is worth it.
And if Kelly's still free, it was.
Mason Capwell representing the accused.
Just what I was afraid of. Keith handpicked the judge to operate with extreme prejudice.
Well, does that mean that the judge denied bail?
Sorry, Cruz. I'll keep working on it. He's got to give us a hearing sooner or later. Time's up.
Oh, well, no, we've got to talk about this.
That's okay, that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Let's go.
I'll see you later.
I'll be here.
Well, what are we going to do? I mean, it's not like appealing a verdict. You can't go and try again.
I can petition for a new judge. I imagine Keith will circumvent that pretty quickly.
Well, we've got to do something. We've got to get him out of here. It's our family he did this for. We've got to give him some kind of protection.
I couldn't agree with you more, Eden. I just don't know where to start.
Well, maybe I know where to start.
What could you do at this stage of the game?
I'll come forward and confess.
Confess what?
I'll say that I was the one that assaulted Keith and knocked over the wine rack.
Eden, don't be ridiculous.
Come on, Mason. This is not fair. We've got to get him out of this jail. And if that means that I have to go to jail, then I will.
Eden, that would be accomplishing nothing. You'd be trading one wrong for another.
Kelly, it's our sister, not Cruz's. If somebody's going to take the rap for her, it might as well be me.
Cruz would be furious if he knew you were even contemplating that.
He won't know about it until it's over.
That's all irrelevant anyway. Keith's not going to let Cruz off the hook.
Well, if I make an official statement, he'll have to.
Keith has already made a statement to the effect that he himself saw Cruz push that wine rack over. He's not going to retract that just because you say otherwise.
Mason, Keith is lying. He walked right past us. Cruz and I were standing right there. He doesn't know who did it.
Eden, don't get in a debate with Keith over details. We're going to have our hands full legally where Kelly's concerned anyway. If she gives herself up or if she's caught,
Don't say it.
it's going to have to come to a head in a couple of days anyway.
So what you're saying is you can't or you won't because you don't have the strength.
No, I'm saying we have to pick our battles, Eden. Keith has it in for Cruz. We know that. If he doesn't get him this way, he'll get him another one. We may have to leave that alone for a little while and concentrate on the crisis with Kelly.
You never liked Cruz anyway, did you?
Eden, don't be ridiculous.
I guess you like him even less now that you're snuggling up to Victoria Lane.
Eden.
What? I'm sure she says things to you. But let me tell you something. It's only the bitterness of a woman that he rejected.
I never heard her being bitter where Cruz was concerned. If you must know, she blames herself for the failure of the relationship.
Well, of course. It's because she wants your respect. But let me tell you something. You haven't dealt with her on the same level as I have.
And you haven't dealt with her on the same level I have.
She's an actress, Mason. I'd wise up before you get hurt.
Wise up. Meaning?
Get out before you get any more involved.
Can't do that, Eden.
Well, then you're a fool.
Thanks.
Look, I'm sorry, but somebody's got to say it to you, right? Granted, okay, she can be pretty.
No.
In a certain light.
Come on, Eden. A lot of things that attract me to Victoria, but her looks are the least of them. And in spite of what you may think, I'm not seeing her just to upset you. It's quite the opposite, in fact.
You don't care if I'm upset or not. Don't pretend you do.
I care a great deal about you, Eden. You have no idea the lengths I'll go to prove that.
Like letting Cruz rot in jail, for instance. Or forgive me, but I'm not impressed.
So you want me to arrest you and set Cruz free?
Yes?
No.
I'm telling the truth. I'm the one that's responsible.
Wow. Do you think I know you'd do anything for your lover? You'd do anything to set him free.
And you do anything to keep him in.
Well, you know, I think it'd be sort of instructive for him. I mean, he's been sending all these guys to prison. He doesn't even know what it's like. I think cops should spend some time in the joints. It's a growth experience.
Why do you hate him so much?
Of course, it'd be too bad if you ran into somebody you sent up, sort of the hairy experience.
You hate me. You hate me, is that it? What have I ever done to you?
You're a Capwell. You disgust me. You know, you and your sister, you think you can buy anything, and if you can't buy it, you try to intimidate your way into it. If you can't do that, you try to charm your way into it, and it finally comes to you on a silver platter, doesn't it? But the rest of us that aren't Capwells know it doesn't work that way. I mean, you have to pay your dues like everybody else.
Okay, so you hate my family. Leave Cruz out of it.
Well, Cruz, you see, is a Capwell in spirit. Besides, young lady, I think I'm doing you a favor here. You're no good for him. He's no good for you. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. I mean, I remember when you cried on my shoulder about him. I've seen you two destroy each other.
We have never stopped loving each other, even during the worst times. And we never will. And it's going to take a better man than you to keep us apart.
I just spoke with the senior judge of the municipal court. He's an old friend, thinks he might be able to help. Unfortunately, he's in Sacramento at the moment, but if he can hang on till he gets back.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks.
I knew you'd be happy.
It occurs to me that Keith is going to find a way to block it.
He's going to try.
I mean, this is his golden opportunity to finally nail me, and he's been waiting for it for a long time.
You know, Eden holds herself responsible for the position you're in.
I told her I did this for Kelly. And you should tell her too, man. Nobody forced me.
Just hope you don't regret it.
Yeah. Well, I think the trick is to know exactly why you're doing something before you do it, and then you don't have to look back and second-guess yourself.
Well, that's true. You have to be honest with yourself about your motivations, or they come back to haunt you. Doesn't matter what other people think.
That's true, too.
I'm glad you feel that way, Cruz. I hope it means I can count on your support down the line.
About something in particular?
Let's just say I'm about to make a move that's going to be unpopular with a lot of people. But I know what my reasons are. And they're good ones.
If you were somebody else, I'd tell you that you only have to answer to yourself. But I'm not going to say that to you, Mason. Because you already know it.
You were supposed to be out of here now.
Well, yeah, Mason's working on that. There's this judge in Sacramento.
You should have never gotten mixed up with this in the first
Now,
place.
Edie, don't start blaming yourself for this. This is Keith Timmons' damn fault and nobody else's.
This score was for my family to settle, not you. This isn't fair.
Look, what happened to Kelly is what's not fair. If I have to spend a couple of days in jail, that's no big deal.
It's not about you being in jail. It's about when you get out.
What about it?
Keith says you'll never work on the force again.
Oh, since when do we pay attention to what Keith says?
Cruz, we both know it's a possibility.
If it happens, it happens.
How can you be so casual about this? This is your career we're talking about. This is your life.
No. You are my life. Police work is my job. If I have to find another job, I will.
Your job is everything to you. It's what you do best. Don't try to pretend it's no big deal.
Of course it's a big deal. I'm not trying to tell you it's not. But if I have to give it up for something I believe in, I can live with that. There's only one thing I couldn't live with, and that's losing you.
You wouldn't have lost me if you would have stayed out of it. I told you it would have been all right if you
I'm
didn't
not
get involved.
saying that. You made that perfectly clear. Part of loving somebody is being willing to put yourself on the line for them when they got something to fight over. Now, if I can't do that, I don't deserve to have you.